Hi Holistretch fam, Francis Eve here. Welcome to a Holistretch video. If you've been sitting too long, this is the video for you. I know when you sit too long, you get tight hip flexors, tight low back, tight upper back, tight neck, you feel stiff, your hamstrings aren't moving. I get it. Our bodies are not meant to sit for so long. And if you are sitting for so long, make sure that you keep a pillow underneath your low back to keep your spine erect when you're sitting. Okay, so that's one really pro tip if you're sitting for a long time to avoid a lot of tension that we get in our muscles. Please subscribe to the channel if stretching is something that you're interested in learning more about. I have plenty of stretches, especially one called desk stretches if you've been sitting at a desk all day. So looking forward to sharing this video with you, and I'll see you in there. Hi there, welcome. So when we are sitting, we tend to get tense in the hip flexors. We tend to slouch, and then we have pressure in the low back. So our low back starts to hurt, our upper back rounds. So what we're going to do is the opposite of all of those positions. So today we can do the opposite of all those positions in less than 10 minutes. So you have plenty of time to get back to work. But for now, let's take this moment for yourself, right? We're going to go ahead and start with a left leg forward into a low lunge. This opens up the hip flexors on the right side. So I want you to find the balance in your hips and then come up on those back toes. We're going to lift up on those back toes. So lift the knee up into the air and then touch it back down. We're going to do 10 of these, inhaling up and tap down. Now, if you're only moving a few centimeters off the ground or a few inches off the ground, that may be fine for your body. You might be so tight that you can't lift all the way up. Maybe you can lift higher than me. All of our bodies are different, so just stretch in how your body wants to move. We're going to go ahead and come to straightening that left leg. This is opening up the hamstrings, and I want you to pulse forward. As you pulse forward, keep the spine nice and straight for 10. Coming forward, as you come forward, feel the stretch in the groin and the hamstring on the left side. Make sure that your hips are in alignment, they're even. So your left hip is equal with your right hip, and then your left leg is right in front of your body. Very good. Coming back to bending that front leg, we're going to slide that foot all the way to the right to come into a little pigeon position. If this is tricky and you can't come all the way down, just come up to how you can come. I just want you to feel the stretch in your hip. And if you feel a little more flexible, go ahead and come down to your elbows. You may feel this in your right hip flexor, definitely the left glute. We're going to go ahead and come up without our hands and see if you can pulse for 5. Coming down and lifting up. Testing your strength, testing your flexibility. Using your breath. Good job. And coming back, we're going to come to switch. So neutralize the spine with that tabletop and then bring the right leg forward into a low lunge. Feeling the opening in the left hip flexor, taking some breaths in here and melting down. We're going to lift those back toes up. Yep, to tap the knee and lift up for 10. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Yes. Really pay attention to how much you're stretching that quad on the left side. And notice where your tension is in your body. And find your strength. Very good. Coming to straighten that front leg. Take a nice inhale and then exhale. Keep it stretched, straight, and bend forward. We're going to lift up in little pulses for 10. Flexing the foot will get more into your calf. Pointing the foot will get more into your shin. So move accordingly, however you feel the deepest stretch. I recommend flex for the better hamstring opener. And after you've done 10, we're going to come back to that bend, bringing the foot over to the left side this time for pigeon. Rest in here. If this is as far as you can go, keep it here. If you want to go further, come down to your elbows. And breathe into that right hip. And we'll come up without the hands and pulsing for 5, lifting. And this is also strengthening your low back. Good. We'll come back up and bring the knees back to neutral and tabletop. And then we're going to go ahead and come to sitting. If sitting on your knees is uncomfortable, you can sit cross-legged for this. But we're going to go ahead and bring the hands behind the head and open up the elbows nice and wide, open up the chest, and then we'll exhale, curling in. So for 10, inhale, reaching open, exhale, curling in. This is opening the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the chest. When we're slunched over a computer, we're curling the shoulders in, or even our phones. So we want to go ahead and open up nice and wide, exhale down. Sometimes you can get some upper back cracks if you press back enough. Beautiful. Bringing that right arm down, we're going to reach the left arm all the way over the body and feel that whole side body open up. We don't really stretch our sides enough. So feel the opening here in the ribs, the lungs, releasing energy. And switch sides, taking some deep breaths in here. And we're going to come to sitting, keeping the legs stretched out in front of you. Again, flexing the foot will get more into the calves. Pointing will get more into the shins. We're going to lift up the torso, the hips, the shoulders back, chest open and out, relaxing the neck as much as you can, but keeping that whole body in control. Controlled movement is not easy, so if you need to go slow, go slow. If you need to come up a little bit less, come up a little bit less. But I want you to feel the opening of the chest and hips. Using your breath for 10, inhale, reach up, exhale, down. And release. Come to bring the feet together into butterfly, and we'll open up the hip flexors here. Feel a nice stretch in here. And then we're going to bring the hands interlaced behind the head. So this is a great neck opener. Our necks get so tense from being in one position all day long. We're going to bring the head down with the hands using gravity and then lifting up using the muscles of the neck. So we're strengthening the back of the neck, which is really important for your posture, and then releasing back down to stretch the neck, the upper back, and the shoulders. Inhale up and then exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down for 10. You got it. On your last one, go ahead and release and come into that nice butterfly stretch. All right, you should feel a bit looser now. We're going to end our session by bringing the hands behind us, clasping them behind, and then hanging down by straightening the legs all the way up and then reaching the arms over and above your head. You should feel a nice stretch in your shoulders, your neck, and chest. Nice release in the hamstrings. This is really the complete opposite of sitting. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that you feel better. Please check out the desk stretches for upper and lower body when you get a chance, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel free, everyone. Take care.